Okay, so here we go, a short overview of the social groups and their use of religion. So when it comes to social group, what we need to think about are the different memberships, the participation, the practices, the beliefs, and the types of organisations that different social groups use for their religious beliefs and practices. Now, I've tried to really simplify it down. In terms of social class, what we need to know is the ruling class tend to be more likely to use dominant churches of society, so the Church of England, Catholic Church, would be their main preference. The middle class are more likely to use these established churches because the fact that they are more established, they're more status driven, they're more connected to the state, and they're more kind of traditional and accepted, compared to the working class, who are less likely to use these traditional belief systems, or they're less likely to believe in God. And this is why we might see cults and NAMs being more appealing to the working classes. Ashworth and Farthing support this view. They say that those in professional occupations and management roles are more likely to attend church than the poorest members of society. The working class might be drawn towards denominations or world-accommodating, aspirational faiths, maybe even towards sects and world-rejecting religions, partially because of their position in society. They are weaker, they're subordinate, they're low income, they're poor, and this might be why they are drawn there. And also Weber highlights his theodicy of this privilege. We also see NAM, so particularly thinking about new psychology, so the spiritualism element of that, so tarot readings and psychic connections to the afterlife also appeal more to the working class. But with NAMs, there are different branches of particular NAMs that appeal to working and middle classes, but ultimately using religion differently. A lot of overlap as well with social theories like Marx. When it comes to age, the main difference is that young people are less religious than older people. So there does seem to be a divide in terms of age when it comes to religion. Young people more likely to be drawn towards NRMs, NAMs, but also changing nature religion. So religion not taking place in a traditional church or established religion, but more secular spirituality growth. So the aging effect when it comes to religion is that older people naturally become more interested in religion because they are getting closer to death. It's a source of comfort. Whereas young people are more likely to be disengaged because they don't feel the need to participate. We also see the generational effect that, younger people were less likely to be socialized into religion, more likely to be secular in their belief systems, and also the practical uses, so less likely to use religion for practical reasons like time and attitudes. When it comes to gender, women tend to be more religious than men. That's common across most religions. Religion is often a compensator for patriarchal oppression, and men tend to dominate most forms of religion and have dominant positions in the hierarchy. Even though women are greater consumers, they're less likely to be leaders. So there is a clear gender difference, and the reason for this is, there's the hierarchies of religion which are dominated by men. Women are more likely to participate, and on average 65% of memberships of UK churches are made up predominantly of women. The reasons for this is that women have the role in the family as the protector of the family. Miller and Hoffman argue that women are guardians of family life. Women may be out of employment, so that provides more time, but also it means that they're not involved in the secular sphere of work, so women are isolated from secularization in this way. Gender socialization means that women have generally been taught to take on caring, nurturing, supportive roles. The values of religion often reinforce these, and poverty, marginalization, and deprivation could also play a role in this. And last but not least, we have ethnicity. Now again, ethnicity, we can see that the BAME communities tend to be more religious than the white and ethnic majority communities. They are more likely to participate in denominations, world accommodating NRMs, and they do provide a theodicy of uplift. These communities are also maybe drawn towards the theodicies of this privilege as, again, a justification of prejudice, discrimination, and inequalities they may face in society. But there are also lots of reasons why different ethnicities use religion in different ways. And if we think about migration, globalization, movements of population, a big one will be cultural defense and identity. So religion providing a means of maintaining, protecting traditional values, but also developing social solidarity and group cohesion. We might also see cultural transition. So religion provides the support when people transition and move from one part of the world to another. Often, if they're unfamiliar with the location, it provides a comforting and pre-established support network. And then we also have social deprivation, marginality and frustration. Obviously, members of ethnic minorities are disproportionately among the poorer groups in society.